If the tulip cups are absent, bring the wine cups instead. We deem it appropriate to provide the provinces of the Ottoman Empire the benefit of a good administration through new institutions. With extraordinary thunder and a flame that illuminated, then blackened all surroundings, the rod set the stone violently in motion. Either I take the city, or the city takes me.
Harbi Nezareti. Military reforms in the 19th century remade the Ottoman army into a more modern force trained by military commanders from across Europe and organized under the bureaucracy. The Harbi Nezareti was the Ministry of War, founded to impose order on the ranks after the Janissaries were decommissioned. The ministry managed such necessities as combat supplies, mobilization, and rank. Part of these military reforms included the construction of military academies, or harbiyular, likened after similar institutions in Europe. These harbiyular were instrumental in educating and training the Ottoman military force to be able to compete with its peers and rivals in this period. The Erkan-i Harbiyi Mektebi was a competitive military school that trained the most elite of the Ottoman officers in the early 20th century. Not only were the harbiyular key to the efficacy of the Ottoman forces, but their students were vocal advocates for political change, leading to several demonstrations and attempted coups in both the late Ottoman Empire and early Republic of Turkey. Lail Devri. The Lail Devri, or Tulip period, was a time of cultural fecundity and Western influence in the early 18th century of the Ottoman Empire. This period of peace saw the empire pursue diplomatic and commercial interests across Europe, but it is most remembered as a time of fascination with the tulip. Spurred on by the hedonistic tendencies of Sultan Ahmet III and his Grand Vizier Nevzhirli Damat Ibrahim Pasha, Ottoman elites became enamored by the flower, and it adorned streets, buildings, and private gardens. Architecture adjusted to incorporate new floral motifs with traditional mother-of-pearl inlay, sedef kakma. Patronage of culture led to new forms of poetry and art. Not everyone was so pleased, however. The expenditures related to extravagant festivals and the focus on the elites ignited unrest among the people. Instigated by rivals of the Grand Vizier, a group of insurgents marched through the capital while the Sultan and his officers were on holiday. Fearing for his life, the Sultan agreed to the demands of the crowd, kill the Grand Vizier and hand his body over to the people. So ended the Tulip period, the peace and beauty of the time now just a memory. Sahih Tapu. The Ottomans were masters of early siege cannonry in the 15th century, deploying the great weapons in many battles with the Byzantines. Eventually, they conquered Constantinople itself with the help of the giant bombards, ending the Byzantine period and ushering in their own empire. 10 years after Constantinople's fall, another gigantic cannon was cast, modeled after one of the supersized weapons used to take the great city. The Sahih Tapu, or Dardanelles gun as it came to be known, weighed 17 tons and could fire stone projectiles weighing up to 750 pounds. Still active nearly 350 years after its creation, it was instrumental in defending Constantinople from the British during the Dardanelles operation of 1807. Its giant cannonballs were fired on the British ships, causing immense damage and quickly putting an end to their mission. Today, the Dardanelles gun can be seen in Fort Nelson, England, having been gifted to Queen Victoria by Sultan Abdulaziz after it was decommissioned. Temd. During the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire recognized its decline compared to European nations and attempted to implement a variety of reforms aimed at modernization. The 10th was a period from 1839 to 1876 that saw a host of changes to the Ottoman administration, military, and infrastructure, aiming to solidify the strength of the empire by adapting Western models. Some changes like efforts to increase religious freedom and equality faced serious resistance from conservative groups while falling too short to satisfy more progressive voices. Despite these setbacks, the 10th succeeded in implementing a number of reforms such as curtailing the slave trade, strengthening education, and reforming the judiciary, that had lasting effects on the lands that would later become independent states.